Welcome to Shark Week on Bloodbath and Beyond. Today we review Toxic Shark. This vacation really bites.
Directed by Cole Sharpe, starring Kabby Borders, Christina Masterson, Bryce Durfee, and Sean Samuels. This movie's about a singles fitness resort where it's just a bunch of hot singles looking to have a good time, and it just gets ruined by this poisonous shark. So what do we like?
I like the idea because we've seen a lot of different shark movies, and whether they have multiple heads or if it's in snowy ice conditions or on sand, there's something different about this because it's toxic. It spews green shit from its horn and it infects people on land, so they become kind of walking shark zombie vampire people.
And you see the turn in the characters. Their eyes become red and all they want to do is eat people.
What's wrong with her?
She broke out in a fever. She keeps rambling on like she's tripping out or something.
Finally in Shark Week, we have bikini-clad babes. We're halfway through and we've had some babes, but this one, there's booty shots, there's bikini shots, there's straight eye candy.
I love the guy running the park. He was just this like hot guy, he's got like the V you can see, just got like shirt off. All he wanted was for everyone to have a good time.
Reese, you like that guy? He's an actual dickhead.
Unsafe conditions, lousy accommodations. What do they think this is, a luxury resort?
Want me to go?
I mean, whatever happened to 2-week notice? Those damn millennials.
Pretty sure Damiano is like 40.
Hey, you're not helping.
But I was gonna say, if anyone was to play his son in a movie, Colin.
He just wanted all these singles to have a good time.
But he didn't care about their goddamn well-being, Colin.
He just
Figure
wanted
it
them
out.
to impregnate each other, that's all. Remember he said, he's like, go find that special someone to spend the rest of your life with.
Someone here is gonna find that special someone that they're gonna spend the rest of their lives with.
That doesn't mean impregnating someone.
He's telling them to bang and find that one that you're going to be spending the rest of your life with.
I don't think he said banging, but I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to a fucking singles fitness resort, if you've noticed. Maybe a singles resort one day.
With that hat, you'll fit right in.
I think I'll be perfect. I like horror movies and ASMR.
You got your swag towel? That's all you need.
Swag towel, pop in my edgy white contacts here and there. Although, if it was this one, they'd be like, he's fucking toxic, kill him!
Just so you guys know, this is stupid. Even for me. Let's go.
The quality of this movie in general was pretty solid. We had lots of great looking shots. We had drone footage all over, but it changed things up from the regular shark movies that we usually see. And it looked pretty quality.
There are actually some really good moments where we got like slow-mos with a lot of good music, and you can tell they really put a lot of effort into making it a very stylized shot and to add emotion.
Whether the emotion seemed natural from the acting and the tone and the slow motion, considering the situations that they're in. I liked when that one dipshit shot that girl in the leg with a harpoon gun.
Good aim, Zane.
The guy just shoots the girl in front of him, and it's the funniest thing ever.
Everything they did poorly.
Wait, are these likes or dislikes? Should we go to the dislikes?
We should go to the dislikes.
getting
So, yeah,
it.
this is getting dislikey.
Do it, Colin.
So what didn't we like?
Everything they did to try and defeat the shark took way too long and was ridiculous. Whether it's shooting 3 harpoons or shooting 3 flares or dropping 3 magnets, everything they tried to do in threes just didn't seem to work. I'm surprised they only blew up 2 boats.
And there was only, yeah, you're right. And there was like the 3 girls and the 3 main guys trying to hook up. You're right, everything was in threes. One of the biggest faults when it comes to shark movies are the lack of shark kills. Well, there was an abundance of people dying from sharks. The actual shark kills weren't that cool. There was no solid kill, and some of the most important kills where you would expect them to have a big impact, they had next to no impact because, again, it's just CG shark jumping and eating someone.
They also didn't utilize the coolest feature of the shark, which was his toxic spraying horn. Once, I think he sprayed it on a person. You have this potential and cool feature that this shark could be like sniping people with toxic goo.
It was melting metal. The engine just gets destroyed with this, but no one gets covered in it. Come on.
There's so much room for improvement while utilizing the only unique thing about your shark film. That's the toxic stuff. They didn't use the toxic goo for anything other than for this girl to just keep talking about arsenic all the time.
So this shark is oozing some concentration of arsenic.
This might have had one of the worst characters ever in any shark movie that we've seen.
Let's get some.
I absolutely couldn't stand him. He was supposed to be like a funny guy, and they did try and like make fun of him throughout the film, but he was just excruciating to watch. Like,
think the shirt's too tight.
Is that a shirt or a sausage casing?
you know what? I didn't really enjoy a lot of our characters in general. I think Zane was the coolest. Our main protagonist guy, I didn't care for. And our main girl, I didn't really care for. But because we saw Eden, like the main girl, and Sam, her ex-boyfriend, bickering right at the beginning, they were both in the wrong and they were both dickhead and assholes. I don't know why we're supposed to care about either of them.
Yeah, I agree. There was no one in this movie to root for. Anytime they showed someone on screen, immediately they died. And there was no build-up, no suspense.
And with the staff, they have 5 employees and they just kind of all mix together. When you lose one, you don't even realize that they're gone and they're replaced with like a carbon copy.
And you don't even really learn most of their names. Like, I don't know White Bikini's name. And she was in a lot of scenes. I mean, there was a lot of stuff going on, so there's not a quality payoff for any of it.
This is an odd dislike, but I do find it funny that they had this one extra in the movie who constantly would be walking in the background of every shot. Pink Bikini Girl. It just kind of became a game, but she was like all over it in like the first half hour.
Like, usually in a shark movie, there's like an end goal. It's like, okay, we're gonna fix the boat and do something else. People would just like randomly come up with a quick plan without like properly discussing it and fleshing it all out. And then they'd get in a boat, they'd go somewhere, the boat breaks. Okay, new plan. All right, did you listen to it? Yeah. Okay, they go down, fix the boat, and like 2 people again would try and get the hell out of there and leave everybody behind. This happened multiple times. Why?
I mean, the simple solution to this film was take all of those yoga magnets that they had, attach it to the boat, and the shark won't come near the boat.
They're like, hey, we found the perfect thing that keeps sharks away. The first thing they fucking do is toss it right at the shark. Oops, missed. I love trying to find sense and logic in these shark movies.
There's actually no reason for them to go in the water. It was almost like the writers at the very end were like, oh yeah, they don't need to like go in the water, so like, let's make them all zombies.
There's a lot of other movies where they just willingly run into the water. At least in this one, they were forced into it. Remember when we mentioned the cool aspect of, oh, there's kind of like zombie vampire things? They look like trash. Like they just had red eyeshadow on and that was their zombification. They didn't do anything extra to these people.
I thought the one guy like rubbed Cheeto dust on his eyes. Now it's time for our final thoughts and ratings.
This movie had a cool concept and a unique shark. It looked like one of those goblin sharks, but it was toxic. However, they underutilized that entire aspect. The people that were infected didn't look very cool, and the actual shark itself didn't really do too much other than eat people underwater. The quality of this film is way better than it should be for a shark movie. From the opening scenes, you're like, oh, this is gonna be great. We might actually get some quality practical effects because they have a budget. That is not the case, and it's unfortunate. However, the biggest issues were the characters are just not that enjoyable. Even though you learn a lot about them, most of them you just want to die anyway. But it's still significantly better than a lot of other shark movies I've seen. So I'm gonna give this 1.5 thick-ass booty shots out of 5.
The name like Toxic Shark, I thought we were in for a really interesting movie. But as soon as the credits opened up and the movie started going, the cinematography we were seeing, I thought we were in for some grade A Hollywood. But then the kills started happening and the people started talking and I was very disappointed. Although like some of the characters, they just didn't jive together. Their dialogue was jarring and it didn't really make sense and we had nothing to feel for any of the characters. Although this is a shark movie and I just want like senseless deaths, I need some substance to my movies. I'm not here to watch a montage of people dying. I actually want to watch a movie. So with all that said, I originally gave this movie a 2. But as I'm speaking, I'm downgrading this to a 1. So with that said, I'm giving this movie 1 unidentifiable arm out of 5.
I wasn't expecting much going into this film. It's a toxic shark that is swimming in the ocean, killing people. Great concept. That is where this movie suffers. Is it has something that's good, but it doesn't give us what we want to see. We get the same crazy legs kicking in a shark's mouth CG death. We get unlikable characters that can easily be replaced by the next person on screen. And overall, it's just a really boring and not fun movie. I do like that they are on like a singles fitness resort because we got good scenery. Bikini-clad babes and beefcake burly boys just walking around. It's got something for everyone. But that's pretty much it. There's no good shark deaths, there's no good characters, and it's not a fun story. It just looks nice. So with that being said, I'm gonna give this film 1 couples volleyball squat out of 5.
As always, thank you for watching. Like this video and comment below with your thoughts on the film if you've seen it. If you haven't and you do want to check it out, there are links in the description where you can find it. And if you like what you're seeing today, us ripping on shark movies, come back tomorrow. I'm going to almost bet we'll do it again. Subscribe to the channel to stay updated with everything Bloodbath and beyond, including the remainder of Shark Week.